Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation is Sri Rag Bani Bhagat Beni Jio Ki Pehriyan Ke Kar Gavani Ik Oankar Satgur Prasad Re Nar Garab Kundal Jubayachat Urd Dhyan Lev Laga Mirtak Pind Pad Madana ehnis ਏਕ ਗਿਆਨ ਸੁਨਾਗਾ ਤਹਿ ਦਿਨ ਸੰਮਲ ਕਸ਼ਟ ਮਹਾ ਦੁਖ ਅਵਚਿਤ ਅਧਿਕ ਪਸਾਰਿਆ ਗਰਭ ਛੋੜ ਮਿੱਤਰ ਮੰਡਲ ਆਇਆ ਤਉ ਨਰ ਹਰ ਮਨੋ ਵਿਸਾਰਿਆ ਫਿਰ ਪਛਤਾਵੇਗਾ ਮੂੜਿਆ ਤੂੰ ਕਵਨ ਕੁਮਤ ਭਰਮ ਲਾਗਾ ਚੇਤ ਰਾਮ ਨਾਹੀ ਜੰਪੁਰ ਜਾਹੇਗਾ ਜਨ ਵਿਚਰੇ ਅਨਰਾਧਾ ਰਹਾਓ ਬਾਲ ਬਿਨੋਦ ਚਿੰਤ ਰਸ ਲਾਗਾ ਖਿਨ ਖਿਨ ਮੋਹਿ ਵਿਆਪੈ ਰਸ ਮਿਸ ਮੇਦ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਬਿਖ ਚਾਖੀ ਤਉ ਪੰਚ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਸੰਤਾਪੈ ਜਪ ਤਪ ਸੰਜਮ ਛੋੜ ਸੁਕ੍ਰਿਤ ਮਤ ਰਾਮ ਨਾਮ ਨਾ ਅਰਾਧਿਆ ਅਛਲਿਆ ਉਛਲਿਆ ਕਾਮ ਕਾਲ ਮਤ ਲਾਗੀ ਤਉ ਆਨ ਸਕਤ ਗਲ ਬਾਂਧਿਆ ਤਰੁਣ ਤੇਜ ਪਰ ਤ੍ਰੈ ਮੁਖ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਸੁਰ ਅਪਸੁਰ ਨ ਪਛਾਣਿਆ ਉਨਮਤ ਕਾਮ ਮਹਾ ਬਿਖ ਭੂਲੇ ਪਾਪ ਪੁੰਨ ਨ ਪਛਾਨਿਆ ਸੁਤ ਸੰਪਤ ਦੇਖ ਇਹੋ ਮਨ ਗਰਬਿਆ ਰਾਮ ਹਿਰਦੇ ਤੇ ਸੋਇਆ ਅਵਰ ਮਰਤ ਮਾਇਆ ਮਨ ਤੋਲੇ ਤਉ ਪਗ ਮੁਖ ਜਨਮ ਵਿਗੋਇਆ ਪੁੰਡਰ ਕੇਸ ਕੁਸਮ ਤੇ ਧੌਲੇ ਸਪਤ ਪਾਤਾਲ ਕੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਲੋਚਨ ਸਮਹਿ ਬੁੱਧ ਬਲ ਨਾਠੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਾਮ ਪਾਵਸ ਮਾਧਾਣੀ ਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਵਿਖੇ ਭਈ ਮਤ ਪਾਵਸ ਕਾਇਆ ਕਮਲ ਕੁਮਲਾਣਾ ਅਵਗਤ ਬਾਣੀ ਛੋੜ ਮਿੱਤਰ ਮੰਡਲ ਤਉ ਪਾਛੇ ਪਛਤਾਨਾ ਨਿਕੁਟੀ ਦੇਹ ਦੇਖ ਧੁਨ ਉਪਜੈ ਮਾਨ ਕਰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੂਝੈ ਲਾਲਚ ਕਰੈ ਜੀਵਨ ਪਦ ਕਾਰਣ ਲੋਚਨ ਕਛੂ ਨ ਸੂਝੈ ਥਾਕਾ ਤੇਜ ਗਿਆ ਮਨ ਪੰਖੀ ਥਾਕਾ ਤੇਜ ਉਡਿਆ ਮਨ ਪੰਖੀ ਘਰੇ ਆਗਨ ਨ ਸਖਾਈ ਬੇਣੀ ਕਹੇ ਸੁਨੋ ਰੇ ਭਗਤੋ ਮਰਨ ਮੁਕਤ ਕਿਨ ਪਾਈ। So in this Shabad, Bhagat Beni Ji traces the development of the individual pretty much from the cradle to the grave, with a constant reminder that human life is precious and an auspicious opportunity, and how we live our days will eventually determine the quality of our life. An individual life, from the formation of the fetus in the womb through childhood to death, is a reminder that birth is accompanied by a loss of the unitive state, which is caused by the creation of Haume. And once an individual emerges out of the womb, life then becomes an endless cycle of desires through the various phases of life that Bhagatji enumerates here. The cravings, the addictions that develop from childhood on through the passions of the youth, and then in the end one just shrivels away. So we find that he's painting a rather bleak picture, perhaps as a way to jolt us into awakening to some purpose. It may not be out of place here to ask ourselves that fundamental question: what is the Gurmat purpose in life? And we know from the Japji that it is to be truth-oriented, Satyara, living in harmony with Hukam, the natural order of things. And to live in that way requires self-examination, which is what Bhagatji is asking us to do. For Gurbani tells us, Mool na bujje apana se pasua se tor jiyo. Without self-realization, we are no better than well-fed animals. So the realization that we have to come to is that there is a larger, generic common will, if you will, or purpose to which we must align by being co-creators. We must access that intersection of individual will with divine will, hukum. Nanak hukume je bujjai, taho mein kahe na koi. So if one attunes to hukum, then one realizes that the ego is just a self-referential illusion and a needless distraction. Hukum then operates in us as the authentic self. And as Bhagavad reminds us, the path to the self is inward. It requires the development of deeper levels of attention and intuition. Now, if you recall, Guru Nanak points us to Sunaya Dukh Pap Ka Nas, those pauris in the Japji, which speak to the quality of attention that we need, which is moving inward, that will enable us to see beyond the constricting vision of ego consciousness and all that it entails. So what Bhagavad is saying to us here is that it is because we are following wrong doctrines and not moving inwards that we are getting caught up in our passions, desires, and we are losing our sense of discrimination. We start coveting other people's homes, so to speak. So there are certain qualities that he's asking us to cultivate. And those qualities are called Atam ki Rehat in Gurbani. And they are, again, given to us very clearly by Guru Nanak in the Pauri on Munda Santokh. I'll just enlist them here very quickly. Those qualities are contentment, Santokh, modesty, saram, having the right orientation, dhyan. If you recall, we spoke about liv and tat as being two orientations and the balance between them. Chastity or self-discipline, kinta kal kwari kaya. We need discernment, jugat danda pratit. We need a Catholic and a universal outlook, aaye panthi sagal jamati. We need self-mastery, man jeete jagjeet, and we need knowledge, bhagavad gyan, and compassion. So with those thoughts, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.